What's good, everyone? You're listening to On Our Level with Sam and David, talking all things casual drinking, gaming, media and entertainment. Good evening, David. How's it going? Do you want to start off by telling us what you're drinking as always?
Yeah, good afternoon. So I think I'm having one of your faves today. I was looking through my drinks cabinet because I feel like I've had everything in my drinks cabinet now, but I've had these tucked away for a rainy day, and it has been a bloody rainy day down here. So I'm having one of my Talisker little box drinks. So I'm having, oh god, which one is it? Talisker Sky? Is that one of the ones you like? I know
I rate that one.
There's Storm, 10-year-old, and Talisker Sky. But yeah, I'm on Talisker Sky today. Yes, I think I've had it before, but I will do another review at the end. What are you drinking today?
Me, I'm on the old advent calendar, so
Oh, nice.
I thought I'd bring the one that came out actually today with me. It's called Finca Manzanos. Finca Manzanos, product of Spain.
You say that again?
Finca Manzanos.
Right, nice.
It's alright, it's pretty good. It's Rioja. Not actually one of my favourites. Normally, I quite like Shiraz and Malbec, but it seems to be going down well so far. And it's in an advent calendar, so...
Yes. You didn't have one from your advent calendar last time, did you? I think... What was
No.
it? Did you have... Oh, Irish cream, I think.
Irish cream liqueur.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
so
it.
jealous of that advent calendar. It's so cool.
Oh, yeah. It is really good, although it is bad because you end up having a drink every night.
Yeah, that's very good.
But the benefit of it is you don't just get reds, there's whites and roses in there, which I pass on to my partner. So
That's nice.
just so you're aware, don't drink all of them
So you
anymore.
have a day off.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get into it. So today we're kind of sticking on a slightly Christmassy kind of end of year theme. We're going to be talking more about what we're looking forward to next year, so 2022. 2021 brought us another lockdown, a major superconductor shortage as well. Kind of two big conflicting narratives there for those who love gaming. So today, I think I'm going to focus on what's more to come next year and what we can look forward to. Big announcements, big games, and we'll go off the run of film and TV like we have done in the previous episode. Those who listen regularly will know that we're both fans of the Pokemon franchise, and there is a certain amount of excitement for me, and I'm probably for you as well, around the release of Pokemon Arceus, I think it is. Legends.
Arceus? Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Don't ask me. It's my excitement is no different to previous titles that they've released. So I'm very, very excited for this one. I know it's going to be slightly different. I believe it's still going to be the classic action role playing game by Game Freak that we all love. I know there's going to be like a few elements changing, specifically the fact that I think it's going to be open world. Now, I don't know if I consider normal Pokemon games open world, because you have to do certain things to get down a certain storyline before you have sandbox play, do what you want at the end. But this one I've heard is going to be slightly different.
Yes, I'm also very excited about this one. I haven't put it down on one of the ones that I'm most excited about because I saw that you have done that. But I am also extremely excited about this one. We've never really seen Pokemon have that kind of open world view. As you said, you kind of have like a world that you explore, but you're very much taken down a route to, like, you hit certain places in certain order. But I don't actually think it's open world, which is a little bit sad, because I remember seeing a news article about it basically saying it's like separated into segments, like areas, rather than it being just kind of like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, where you're literally just left to your own devices. But it's more open world than any other Pokemon game that's ever been out. And they've got really cool stuff with it. Like the Pokemon actually being in the world, rather than you going into grass and it's like, oh, there's a sudden encounter. It's like you can see the Pokemon and interact with them in the world.
You're new to that because you haven't played Sword and Shield, have you?
Has that been there before?
Yeah.
Right, okay, because I know...
That is not new, my friend,
right.
That is not new.
Oh, I've been so out of the loop, because I know it was in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but that only had the ball mechanic, like, of Pokemon Go. But Yeah, I've been very out of the loop. If that's already been there, oops.
Yeah, they were in there. I really enjoyed that
Right.
game as well. I've also heard that the catching, there's some Pokemon that you have to battle, and then there's others that you can just catch without going into the battle in this game, I've heard, which will be interesting to see how that works and what you can do with it.
Got you.
A couple of other things that I wanted to mention was that I've heard that player characters can lose health in battles. Don't know how that's going to work or what that is going to affect gameplay wise.
Absolutely smashes you, and it's like Dark Souls when it comes up. You died. It's like you just get killed by Pokemon.
There's also going to be fall damage.
What?
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Ouch.
But I mean, going off the actual game itself, I know it's going to be a prequel for the. I think it was the Black and White I think it's Black and White. Could be Diamond and Pearl. I'm probably wrong now. Should have looked it up. And it's going to be a prequel for that. I think it's set in like a 19th century Japan.
Oh, cool.
Which is quite interesting. Where the Pokeballs are wooden Pokeballs.
Right.
Yeah, quite interesting. Quite
That's
interesting.
quite cool.
And it's the first Pokemon game where the 3 starter Pokemon are going to be from 3 different generations. So I believe Rowlet from Sun and Moon, Cyndaquil from Gold and Silver, and Oshawott from Black and White will be your options for starting 3. So yeah, something a bit different there. Something to look forward to. But it would be nice to have like range of them all.
Yeah, that is quite cool. How it's because they've never done that before. Like other previous gens have appeared in like other Pokemon games, but you've never had that the starters being from separate generations.
Yeah,
it's quite interesting.
Definitely pick Cyndaquil, but that's just
absolutely.
me.
I feel like every Pokemon game I play, I always go Fire type. So I've always gone for
always
Charmander,
the strongest,
Cyndaquil.
Right? It's usually the strongest.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, another big game I'm looking forward to. Yeah, 100% Nintendo Switch. So we'll see. I think that's actually January, like mid-January, that's coming out. So it's not too far away at all. One other notable mention for me is Starfield. I think it was due to be mid next year. I think it's been pushed back to late. I think it's a Bethesda game.
Yeah.
I've heard it's like a mix of, a lot of people have dubbed it Interstellar crossed with Skyrim, which actually sounds quite good. So we'll see.
Yeah, if you've got like all the different like side quests and stuff, but it's set in like a space environment, I feel like that'd be quite cool. It's almost, there was another game that, No Man's Sky, where it's all kind of like space exploration, but not, completely procedurally generated and all that kind of stuff. That's cool. I'm also looking forward to Starfield as well. So mine are a little bit different, mainly because I don't know if this actually classifies as being like a future game, because technically the multiplayer is already out for it, and the campaign I think is coming out in. It's maybe tomorrow. The campaign comes out. So,
I've got a weird feeling it's either today or tomorrow, as of recording. It was not when this is released. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was either the 8th or the 9th. I think it came out. But yeah, so that is Halo Infinite campaign. I am absolutely gonna smash this. I'm a massive fan of the Halo franchise, and another chance to play as Master Chief and just get invested in that world again. I'm super up for it. So it doesn't really count as a future game because it will be out by the time this podcast airs. But that is one I'm just super, super excited about. As you guys know, I've been absolutely smashing the multiplayer for it. I can't really stop, apart from the fact that Fortnite have now brought out a new season. So I've relapsed. I've slipped back into the Fortnite addiction. But yeah, I'm super excited about Halo Infinite campaign. And another game that I'm super excited about, which is a future game, is a game called Redfall, and it's by Bethesda Softworks developed by Arcane Studios, who are the guys who do the whole Dishonored franchise, and released by Bethesda. So again, Skyrim, Doom, all those kind of games. It kind of looks like a 4-player co-op vampire slaying game with like magic abilities. It looks super cool, and I know we've already touched on this from, I think it was Bethesda's trailer event or whatever it was. There were basically loads of different trailers that were being aired.
I think it was for an Xbox.
It might have been E3.
Was it E3?
God, I can't remember.
Delayed E3. It was one or the other.
It was one of those. I think it might have been E3. But yeah, that game looks super cool. We haven't really seen a lot of gameplay stuff, but you can kind of guess what some of the gameplay elements would be from the trailer, which is very, very clever. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. But mainly Halo. It's next year. It's just going to be all Halo, unfortunately.
It's right in time for Christmas as well, isn't it? I literally messaged you earlier today about how much there still is to play. Like, there's a new Fortnite season. There's still Apex that I haven't touched. We haven't finished Back 4 Blood. Forza Horizon 5 is out.
Yep.
There's a new Warzone map.
Oh, is that out now? Because that was coming out. That's out with Vanguard.
I think it's today or tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
God.
So there's just so much. But I mean, that campaign will be nice, like a little rinser over the Christmas period, and everybody's got time off.
Yeah, because it's different. It's like it's an open. It's a completely different Halo than what we've seen before as well. It's like an open world, kind of like Skyrim. From the stuff that I've seen, it's kind of like Skyrim, where it's open world. There's loads of different side quests and main quests that you can do. Apparently, this is going to be the first Halo game that won't allow you to play previous missions that you've completed, because it's not that linear story. Like you can do side quests, you can split up your play session. But yeah, I'm super excited about Halo, as you can tell. I'm super excited. It's like Christmas.
And there hasn't been like a story game that's been released recently that I know of that we've been excited for. So yeah, I agree. When you're playing on your own, it's one of those games that's really nice to have, just to get lost in, rather than constantly grinding these online modes, which in their own right are still fun, but having that campaign is always fun to do, and I haven't had something like that since Red Dead, I'd say. So but we'll move on swiftly to the film and TV. So kind of what we're looking forward to. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet, my end, really. Marvel. I'm currently watching through the Hawkeye stuff. Just currently watching through the Hawkeye stuff, which I'm quite enjoying, and I watched the Loki series, so they're good. Nice. But I'm also can't wait to see the new film set for release in 2022. So this includes, I think, a Doctor Strange film, Thor 4, and Black Panther 2. They're the main things I can pull out from next year. In terms of specifics, I'm not too sure. I know you've got a few interesting ones that I didn't think of that you're going to pull up. But that Marvel universe is still like a really big pull for me. I think it's really fun. I like what they've done with the TV series. I'm not sure if there's any of them due to come out next year. I'm sure there probably is. I do like Doctor Strange. I like Thor. I think Thor's probably one of the funniest ones for me. And obviously it'll be interesting to see what they do with Black Panther 2 since Chadwick since he passed away. Yeah. I also watched Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings.
Yes.
Is that called that?
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings or something like that?
Yes. Yeah.
It's something like that. I still haven't seen that yet. Is that any good?
Thought that was really good.
Really?
Thought I was really good. Yeah. And there's a specific character in it that I want to get a plushie of. I'll leave that to you to watch, and we'll discuss that at another point. I'm sure I'll probably come back with it in the background during a future episode.
I still haven't seen that. I also still haven't watched still haven't finished What If, which is the animated series where it kind of goes down like, oh, what if this happened instead of this in the MCU? And yet also still haven't watched Hawkeye. Apparently that's quite good. Are they still it's coming out weekly, right?
Yeah, every Wednesday. And it's got Haley Steinfeld in it, who features in Dickinson, who my partner watched and thinks very good. I think she's a music artist as well, from what she said. She's been featured in a couple of songs.
She's been in Pitch Perfect 2.
Okay.
She's one of the main characters in Pitch Perfect 2. I think it's Pitch Perfect 2. But she is also, I believe, the voice actor for Spider-Gwen, Gwen Stacy, in the animated Spider-Man Into the Spideyverse film. I believe that's
that makes sense.
Same person's voice.
Yeah, I can hear it now.
But yeah, what a film. So that leads me quite nicely onto my films and stuff of next year. So one of the films that has released a trailer, I think it was literally a day or two ago, is the next Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the animated film. So that's really bad. I can't actually remember what it's called, but it's going to feature Miles and Spider-Gwen and probably loads of other animated Spider-Man people. And it also includes, oh God, I'm going to butcher his name. I think it's Oscar Isaac, who's a really big actor. He played Poe in the Star Wars films, the latest lot. And he's also in Dune. I think he's one of the main characters in Dune.
Okay.
Yeah, he is going to be playing the Spider-Man 2099 character, who's like this futuristic Spider-Man who's going to be like going through time and messing stuff up. I just love all this stuff. I'm just a proper nerd. Whenever I talk to my girlfriend about this, she's like,
let's just watch the film.
Yeah, yeah. But so I'm excited about the next Spider-Man Into the Spideyverse film. What else did I put down? I'm also looking forward to another Spider-Man film, which I think is actually coming out this
soon,
year.
Isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it's towards the end of December.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, which is I am super excited about it. Tom Holland's Spider-Man has always been like one of the best Spider-Man, personally. But
yeah, I think I agree, to be fair.
Yeah, but this new film, it's all about him. Like everyone now knows who Spider-Man is. Like he's been doxed. Like everyone knows who he is. So he goes to Doctor Strange and is like, help me figure this stuff out. I don't want anyone to know who I am. Messes with it, and then everything goes wrong. Looks like previous villains from other different versions of Spider-Man are coming into this film. So we've got Doc Ock, we've got the Green Goblin, who's played by Willem Dafoe from like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films, like the very first ones. Oh God, who else is there? There's Electro, Sandman, the Lizard as well from the Andrew Garfield. In the trailer. They're all popping up, and I really hope. I don't want to like set my expectations too high, but I really, really hope that all of the Spider-Men come into this film. So we'll see Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire just battling it out with all these like Sinister Six villains. I'm like hyping myself up about it now, but like if it doesn't happen, I'm going to be absolutely gutted.
I know it's been a big topic of conversation for like a few months about this, because there's been like certain hints in trailers, but then you never know. There's probably like, I don't know if there's any like contractual like problems and issues with it or whatever. We'll see, but it would be really cool. Well, it'll be interesting to see how it intertwines with the whole like multiverse splitting, etc. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's got to have a line in there for something.
It will, because I know at the very end of the trailer, it's like something happens, like everything starts tearing and like other things start coming through from the multiverse, but no one knows what it is yet. But yeah, that's super cool. I was going to talk about something else with it, but I'd literally gone on about Spider-Man for so long. But yeah, I'm super excited about Spider-Man. Another Marvel film that's associated with Marvel is the Morbius film, which is Jared Leto playing, I think his name's Michael Morbius, and he's a doctor who is like really, really ill, and he basically tries to heal himself with vampiric powers, and he turns into this like proper vampire, and it's just super weird. But again, in the trailer, there's loads of different kind of connections to the actual MCU. Like he brings up Venom, he brings up like the Vulture from the Tom Holland films is in the trailer. So it's all like kind of tying things together, which is super exciting. Again, I think Morbius is actually next year, but yeah, I've got two more. So I feel like I'm just rambling about stuff that I'm super excited about.
That's cool.
The Batman, which again, super excited about. It's a proper dark, it's like a lot darker version of Batman than we've seen before, which has Pattinson. Oh God, what's his name?
Robert
Pattinson as Batman. And
really?
Yep, he is Batman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a look at the trailer, because he's more of an emo Batman, like proper grungy, just really dark Batman.
Do you know who's directing it?
Oh God, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure.
No, I wouldn't worry about it. It'd be interesting to know.
Yeah, it just looks super dark. I think it's got the Riddler in. I'm pretty sure Penguin is going to be in it, and Penguin is played by Colin Farrell, I think.
No way.
Yeah, who it looks incredible. It just looks super dark, and like if you kind of like the Christian Bale Batman films, so like Dark Knight and all that stuff, this looks like right up my street.
Dark Knight was like one of my favourites, I'd say, Batman-wise. It was so good.
Absolutely. And then the last one, again, this isn't really... It's coming out this year. Like, I think it's coming out the 22nd of December. So I just thought I'd slip this one in. But it's the next Matrix film. So The Matrix Resurrections. So we'll see Keanu Reeves and unfortunately not for Lawrence Fishburne, who was meant to play Morpheus, but that is apparently... I'm just nerding out about this film. As soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, oh my God, another Matrix film. But,
it's been so long.
It's been so long since they've had a Matrix film. But yeah, it's continuing. I believe it's continuing the story of the Matrix. Like, it'll kick off where we last saw Neo fighting against the machines. And the trailer, it looks like it's showing previous scenes from like the very first Matrix and kind of like rewriting it in a different way. And it just looks super interesting how they're gonna kind of bring the Matrix back to life. But yeah, it's got all like Neo, Trinity, Morpheus. But as I said, Morpheus isn't the same character, and apparently it's because there was a video game that came out called The Matrix Online, and it was like a MMORPG, like World of Warcraft, but for The Matrix. And in that, Morpheus died. So everyone who's fans of The Matrix,
so they're sticking with that storyline
because it's canon, because it's completely canon to the whole of The Matrix. So everyone's like, oh yeah, he died because it's just super weird, and I wonder if they might explain it a bit more, but in the film. But yes, I have rambled on for way too long just talking about.
I remember those. That's
stuff.
cool. It's cool. I remember those films being quite long. The Matrix films.
I think the last one's almost like 3 hours or something.
Yeah. But they are good. They are very good.
They're just over the top action films. Like, they're classic action films.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought them in, because when it comes to film, I'm actually a little bit out of the loop, and I'm not somebody that tends to pay for my subscription-based stuff for longer than a month, and I don't go to the cinema. I still haven't seen 007 films, so...
There's still so much from this year that I haven't seen as well. Like, I still haven't watched Dune, which I desperately want to see.
So good.
007 I haven't seen. There's so many films that I've missed. But yeah, and also Shang-Chi, but I'm hoping that'll come to Disney Plus, or it's already there.
I've got a feeling it's not too far away. If not, I think it might already be there. If not, it's on the premium.
Yeah, I've seen like banners advertising Disney Plus and like all the different shows and stuff appearing on it, and I've seen Shang-Chi on that banner. But yeah, that's another one I will have to watch before the end of the year.
Highly recommend it. Actually really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. And there's some funny like characters that pop in there that really tickle me.
Nice.
But yeah, I think that's it. We've covered like what we're looking forward to next year. Next one is actually going to be our last episode of the year. So I highly recommend tuning in. And we're going to be talking about kind of our favourite bits of the year, things we've enjoyed playing the most, best TV films, and we're actually going to round it off with our top 3. I'll actually leave the question on our Spotify, and actually a lot of you can get involved on the YouTube comments and let us know what kind of things you enjoyed most this year, be it films or games. We'd really like to know, and we kind of compare it to what we've got going on our side, and we'll release it on our final episode. Other than that, we'll jump straight to drinks. How was your Talisker? Yeah. Talisker's fab. I love it.
Delicious. It's just great. I'm pretty sure I've had this one before. But the box, it says Talisker Store, Talisker Sky. It says it's smoky and sweet with maritime notes. I'm pretty sure I remember you saying this on like one of the first episodes we did. But it's proper smoky, proper just hit those maritime notes. But yeah, it's a good whiskey to have, and I've got a couple of ice cubes, so it's like it's going down smooth. But
loved it.
Yeah, how was your Rioja? How was your wine?
Yeah, it's not bad. Again, like I said, it's not my favourite. I don't often go for it. It's usually Malbec or Shiraz. But still pretty good. Good flavours in there. Not something I've actually seen before. But yeah, one of my little bottles out of my advent calendar. Highly recommend picking up one of these next year from Virgin Wines. And like we said, I think...
The bottles are still quite big, aren't they? Like it's...
Yeah, they are 187ml, which isn't too bad. I don't know what a large glass is. It usually 250, 200. So
maybe something like that. I think
not too far off.
I know one of the sizes is like 175, something like that.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. In between, sitting well in between. But yeah, the virgin wine's really, really good. Really
I'll
good.
have to sort that out at some point. I've got because I wear contact lenses. My contact lens subscription. They sometimes send me a voucher that's like £50 off your first box and stuff like that. But
They do deals.
But yeah.
Well
I'll have to
worth
check that out
it.
at some point.
You can get an all white one, you can get an all red one, you can get a mixed one with rosé in there. But I'm definitely fixated on finding a whiskey one. Next year, definitely.
Yeah, like the one you said your dad had one of those, didn't he?
Yeah, fits our trend very well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we'll leave it there. Next episode, like I said, please leave some stuff in the comments and on our Spotify questions more about what you've been playing this year, things that you've really enjoyed, and also your top 3, because we'll be going in there with our top 3 games of the year each and top films of the year each. So please let us know. We'll leave it there and we'll see you all next week. Take care. I've been Sam.
And I've been David.
Take it easy because you're now on my level.